Hey everybody, this is Beth Mackinney with FacePaintcom, and today we're going to talk about how to organize your glitter tattoo stencils. So I've got my craft and go, and I'm going to use the surface of it while I'm showing you my organization system for glitter tattoos. But what I've done is I've taken my menus. These are laminated. They came that way when I ordered these stencils. And on the other side I made a photocopy of that. So if your glitter tattoos come with a menu, I would definitely make a photocopy of that and put it inside your book. These menus are going to be out so that kids can see them and so that they can make decisions about what they want for their glitter tattoos. But it's good to have a copy inside your binder, and these are just page protectors that I'm using for this. The reason it's a good idea to have a copy inside your binder is that if something happens to your menu, you have that extra copy. And I have this in front of the section that these particular glitter tattoos are for. This is my Princess Palace group that I use, and so I've also put a post-it note. Let's see, I'm going to take this and turn it a little bit. You can see I've got a post-it note right here so that I know exactly what this section is for, and when I turn the page I get into the actual glitter tattoos. Now this isn't something that kids would have access to during my event. This binder is my binder, and it's where I keep my glitter tattoos so I can get at them when I need them. For each of my glitter tattoos I have put a piece of cardstock in the pocket. These pockets are actually the kind of pockets you use if you're collecting baseball cards, something of that nature. So they're great because you get 9 of them on a page, and for the most part they actually fit most of the glitter tattoos that are used for children. You can get larger pockets if you have larger stencils, but these work great for children's stencils. So in each of these pockets I've cut little pieces of cardstock and slid them in there. And the reason I did that is because that really creates a barrier between this page and the next page. It's easier for me to see exactly what's in here. And this is my copy. It's not my actual menu, but it's a copy of the menu that I put in here so that I know what's in this section just at a glance. I don't have to page through the whole section to find out what's in it. I can look at this first page and know this is where my Tiny Tots stencils are. These are things that are like really small and good for younger children and more likely to appeal to them. If you're organizing your stencils and they didn't come in a grouping like that, I would suggest grouping them according to maybe superheroes or princess fantasy or animals or sports, things like that, so that they're a really obvious grouping. And you could even alphabetize them. I didn't do that with mine, but you could. You'll notice every once in a while there is a pocket where I've taken a pocket, and what I did was I've actually sliced the plastic, because this is really 2 pockets, and I put packing tape on the inside and the outside of that slice and made a double pocket, because some of the stencils that I have are actually too large to fit in just one pocket. So if you have that, you can do it that way, or there are protectors that are available that have larger pockets, so you could do that as well. But I had these, so I wanted to adapt them and use them for my stencils. Again, I have 3 here, so I've adapted each one of those because these were larger glitter tattoo stencils. This was actually very easy to set up, primarily because these came in these groupings, but you could do it with any of your other stencils. It doesn't matter what brand or what company they come from. And if you want to make your own menu, all you really have to do is line up all your stencils and photocopy them at the same time inside your photocopier if you have one. Or you can go to a place like an office place and they can photocopy them there if you don't have a copier. So when I'm at an event, what I do is I put the menus out for children, and then the book stays with me. The kids do not have access to the book. In my old system, I one time had a parent grab my stencil book, and it was actually a much smaller book. It was just something compact that I carried with me. And she assumed that it was actually for face painting. And before I could stop her, she picked it up off my table and said, "Oh, I want to look at this," and grabbed it. And she picked it up upside down, and all the stencils fell out. So you really don't want parents or kids to be able to get to this. You want to put it in a place where it's more accessible to you, and then you can put your menus in a place where it's more accessible for the children and for the adults to look at, to keep them from getting into this. Because if you turn this upside down, they will come out. So that's probably the only drawback to this particular system. You want to make sure it stays upright while you're transporting it and while you're using it. So I hope you liked my system for organizing my stencils, and that it's something that you can use too at events. I find that the more organized I am at events, the faster I can work and the better job I can do for my clients. So that's the whole goal anyway. And it also is helpful when I have other artists coming in. If I need them to use that system, they know what to do too. So if you'd like to see more videos from FacePaint.com, please hit the subscribe button below. And if you have any questions or comments, you can leave those below as well. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.